Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the last day of the semi-finals, and this is the DCE Ramadan League Season 5, brought to you by QEC. And at this moment, we are already started at the first map, which is at Rondo. And let's highlight the teams that will be playing in today's semi-finals. So we have the team Rage, which is in slot number 6. We have the team Mystic Esports in slot number 6. We have WINPATH in slot number 7. Seven Souls, Speed Esports, Icon Esports, Bloodline, FYTX1S Esports in slot number 12. In slot number 13, we have the team 7 Earth Esports. We have Kill for Sure in slot number 14. RXS in slot number 15. And we have JAWAN Esports at slot number 16. Slot number 17, we have DRACARYS Throne. We have Forbidden Esports in slot number 18. Alpha Region slot number 19. And here goes the first interaction where we have the player getting eliminated. And look at that, we are highlighting the action here at the Rondo, and especially that we are expecting the battle to start here at the test track. Here goes three of the players getting eliminated, and we have the player Viper surviving from this battle. Let's head here back to the player NK9, where we have the player getting knocked down at this moment. And we are back. We are back after the short technical pause. And at this moment, we are looking at one of the condensed areas here, which is the test track. We are having some of the players getting knocked down. So let's move here to the player Jax from the team Rons. And look at that. The team Rons is having a total of 4 kills. And here we have the DT guys. King getting knocked down by Humble's grenade, and at this moment Spectre is getting questioned, and Phantom is firing, being 1 HP. This is one of the critical moments where we have a Spectre alongside King getting eliminated, and we have one of the players from the team Runes getting knocked down, which is the player Jax. At this moment, let's move here to the team 7 Souls. We have the team Downfall. We have multiple actions are happening actually at today's matches. So let's move here to the player Jalad being eliminated at this moment by Zyrex. And here we have Thor at this moment trying to play. Basically, he will be as a solo player within the test track at this moment. So if he dies, will be teleported to his teammates. He is trying to go for the kills. He is trying to knock down one of the players from the team S4. But again, the team S4, they managed to clutch this situation. So let's move here. To the... look at that. Thor is being redeployed. And if we open the map, we are having one of the players from the team S4 getting a knockdown, which is the player Riz. Let's move here to the player Zyrex, where he is at this moment located at on top of one of the buildings, getting some of the grenades from the team 7 Soul. And here we have the player Downfall being eliminated by the player Humble, and we are moving to one of the players, which is Globen. Globen is the wild card here for the team YT. Basically, they are having 3 of their teammates still alive, but again, the action is still going on here at the test track, where we have Choto getting knocked down. And we are back once again after the short technical pause, having the player Henry getting knocked down here at the test track. So let's move to the player NK9, where he is still alive. He is relocated. He is basically close to the player, but he is having... he kept a distance. We have Thor getting eliminated at this moment by the player Forza. And here goes the exchanging of the bullets while getting punished by the zone. The player IQ from the team in slot number 14, he is trying to go for the revenge, especially that Jalad have been eliminated. Thor will be confirmed at any moment, and now we have the player Terminant, where he is having an eye on the player Forza, and this is where the bullets are flying, and the player Forza managed to knock down and eliminate the whole team, which was the team in slot number 14. And at this moment, we are looking at more and more of the teams moving towards the safe zone. So let's move here to the team in slot number 18, which is one of the teams that we have witnessed yesterday. Here we have the player Bot firing on one of the players, and we have the empty guys. The Error managed to knock down the player NK9. NK9. We have the team Forbidden Esports. Yes, Forbidden Esports, where we have 3 of the players, 2 Ions Rage alongside the player Bot. If we open the map, we can witness some of the sandwiched positions where we have the BL guys are located in one of the areas. They are located between the team 7 Souls and the team 7E. Here we have Simple trying to engage into the battle. We have Paragon, Simple, and we have we have the player live. Machnel live, okay. So I love how we are looking some varieties within the players' names. We have some of the teams are having some of the similarities, and now we have to move to the team slot number 20, where things are getting escalated, and we have the player. Luke getting knocked down at this moment. Humble is trying to re-exchange the grenades, and at this moment, the player grabbed his shotgun, waiting and trying to rush and push towards the player IQ. But again, they are trying to scout the area, and it is playing within the unknown and getting punished by the zone. Here goes Humble moving towards the player Luke, trying to rescue him, but look at the follow-up by the player IQ, throwing one of the Molotovs, and it was not... it was close, basically, towards the players. And he have located the player Humble moving or passing by, and there is a gap. The door was open within one of the cargos, and here we have the player IQ getting knocked down. This is the current situation where we are looking at the player IQ from the team MT getting eliminated, and now we have Malik and Brand receiving some good amount of the shots from one of the teams. So let's try to re-understand what's happening here. Here we have the team RXS, we have Alauddin, we have Goko, we have some of the players. They are located close by the team, and we have the player Zeolite. Okay, the player Zeolite, and it seems that he was attacking the team MT. Yeah, he was attacking the team MT, and the zone is closing in and shrinking. And look at the amount of the kills the team Ron is having, and they are having a total of 14 kills. The player Humble is already having a total of 8 kills. This is like eliminating two teams of full squads. And here we have the team RXS moving towards the safe zone, and the player Ron receiving the backup. His teammates are passing by. Here we have Jixi passing by and giving the signal for the player that we are safe. We moved towards the safe zone, and if we zoom out, we are going to look at the team 7Cs. The team 7Cs are still moving in, trying to move towards the safe zone, while some of the clashes might happen within the center of the zone. So let's move here to the team 7E, where we have Wits knocking down the player Simple, and here we have the close range battles. Here goes a grenade from the player Flexi. He managed to do some of the damage within the vehicle, and now at this moment we have a smoky vehicle. So let's move here to the player Paragon, where he is at this moment 1 HP. He's having his teammate Luke entered into this battle, where we have one of the players getting knocked down. Okay, here goes the player Paragon trying to stay at one of the critical moments. The ICN guys, where we have one of the players knocked down, the player JAWAN. We have Joker, who received the needed help, and it is a matter of time. It is a matter of the final clutch. And at this moment here, we have the second player from the team BL moving in. Makhan, okay. Makhan is waiting for the right moment, and he grabbed his shotgun, knocking down the player Wids. But we have one of the players still remaining, which was the player Muhsin. He managed to retaliate. He managed to eliminate the last player remaining. And now let's move to the player Farouk, where the situation is getting out of hands. We have Brainless getting eliminated. We have Emperor getting knocked down, and this is the current situation where we have the team in slot number 12. We have the player Downfall having 4 kills. Globen alongside Mani and Slayer. All of these players are having 1 kill, and this is the total of 7 kills. Here we have the FYT guys attacking the team WP, where we have Farouk getting knocked down, and this was the elimination where we have one remaining player, one solo survival, who will be carrying the legacy of the team WP, and it is kind of squeezed position. They have relocated the players, and they have one of the angles, and look at how the zone is closing in, and multiple angles. The 4BD guys have been eliminated, and now let's move to the team Rune, where they have interacted with the team DT. Here we have the Happy Face, we have the Spectre, we have some of the amazing players that we have witnessed. So let's move here to the player Spectre, grabbing his shotgun, and Humble managed to eliminate one of the players. Oh, look at that. The S4 guys intervening into this battle, while we have the DT guys have been eliminated and they have left the ground. We can hear some of the shots, some of the non-stop bullets from multiple angles. We have the 7E guys are trying to attack the RX guys. Let's move here to the player Tabby, grabbing his grenade and placing it near the player Humble. And here we have Zyrex getting knocked down, and oh, look at that. Here we have the player Humble. He is basically the king of the grenades, and he is placing the grenades to its right direction. Here we have the player Zeolite managed to knock down the player Chuti, making the pressure for the player Zyrex alongside Riz, and he managed to rescue one of his teammates. So let's try to move here and look at the player Riz getting eliminated, and now the pressure is applied on the player Zyrex. Here we have the team Runes are trying to move in. Let's move here to the player Humble, where he is at this moment moving towards one of the players and trying to apply the pressure on the team S4, where we have Zyrex being remaining as the last remaining player, and they are moving in a direction where they are grabbing the shotgun, moving left and right. And look at that, Humble getting almost knocked down by Zyrex grenade, and he managed to eliminate the last player remaining from the team S4. Let's move here to one of the solo players from the team WP. At this moment, this team is holding a total of 3 kills, and now we have the ICN guys intervening into the road of the team FYT, where we have the player Downfall getting knocked down and receiving some kind of the help. Here we have Wolf getting knocked down, Libya getting knocked down as well. So we have this current situation where it is a bit 50-50 situation. Look how this team is crossing the bridge, and they know the direction of the players from the team FYT. But again, the current situation is the bullets will be flying from left and right from multiple teams, from multiple third parties, where we have VXT is remaining as a solo player. He managed to knock down the player Slayer, but again, the player Globen is saying no. The player Globen is saying no for the player ICN, the last player remaining, which was the VXT. And at this moment, we are looking some of the flying bullets from the player Zeolite from the team Rons, which have been eliminated, one of the solo players. And at this moment, we are looking at the last 5 teams remaining, and we have some of the non-stop bullets. We have the FYT guys are still remaining. Let's move here to the team 7E and open the current map and look at the current situation where we are having some of the remaining teams. We are down to the last 5 teams. We are at the last battle, and we have a Flexi getting knocked down. So let's move here to the player Joker. Let's reposition our cam here to the team FYT. The situation is getting out of hands, where a solo player is available. A solo player is still remaining, and here we have Alauddin moving in a direction where he is almost close towards the team FYT. He is basically at one of the moments where we have Zeolite managed to knock down the player Joker. Here goes the bullets. Alauddin is almost 1 HP, and the YT guys already located the player. Here we have look at that, Globen getting knocked down, and this is the current situation where we are having a solo player trying to attack, and he is going for the confirmation fall down, getting eliminated. And look at how the zone is punishing the player. It is forcing the player to move in to try and fight his last breath, and he managed to knock down one of the players from the team FYT. And look at that, it is getting out of hands. It is applying the pressure on the player Slayer, and he is waiting for the player Money to reach towards the safe zone, and the player have been eliminated. And now let's move to the player Zeolite, the last player remaining. And look at that, a total of 25 kills. And here goes the placement of the grenades towards the right direction. The 7E guys have been eliminated, and now we are down to the last 3 teams remaining. It's a 1v1v2 situation where we have the 7Cs are having 2 remaining players. 1 player is receiving the help, which is the player Forza. AB is still alive, and the zone will be moving in and closing in at less than 20 seconds. And it will be one of the critical parts during this final battle, especially that no one is located towards the safe zone, and everyone will have to do their rotation. Here goes the player Zeolite trying to move, trying to reposition, and trying to understand from where this player will be moving in. So now let's move here to the player Slayer, who is receiving some of the threats from the team Runes. And here goes the Slayer getting eliminated, and now we are down to the final battle. It's a 1v2 situation, and we have the player Zeolite facing the team 7Cs, and this is the current situation where the player have been located and the team 7Cs securing the chicken dinner. This is the first map, and we have highlighted some of the insane moments, some of the insane clips, and now let's look at the team 7Cs, where we have AB having 2 kills and the player Forza having 7 kills. In the second position goes the team Runes, where we have Jixi having 5 kills, we have Zeolite having 9 kills, and we have Luke having 4 kills, and Humble is having 10 kills. This is a total of 28 kills. What an amazing performance from the team Runes. In the third position, we have the team FYT, where we are having the player Slayer having 6 kills, Downfall having 9 kills, and the player Globin having 3 kills alongside the player Manny. This is a total of 21 kills. What an amazing performance. They were trying to hunt for as much as possible to get some of the kills, and they managed to get 21 kills. In the fourth position, we have the 7E guys. We have Wiz having 1 kill alongside Mahsen and Joker. Flexi having 3 kills. In the fifth position, where we have the RXS guys, where we have Goku having 1 kill, Saad having 2 kills, and we have the player Mencho, who's having 2 kills. So again, this is where we are over with the first map, and we will be right back with more and more of the action in the second map. And this is the Dark Cube Ramadan League Season 5, brought to you by QC, and this is the third day of the semi-finals. So we'll be right back. Don't forget to answer. What's the first map in PUBG Mobile? Is it Erangel, Miramar, Sandhook, or Rondo? We'll be right back after a short break, so stay tuned for more and more of the action. and we are back. We are back once again at the second map of the day, and this is the last day of the semi-finals. This is the Dark Cube Ramadan League Season 5, brought to you by QEC, and we are having some of the amazing teams that will be fighting, and we will be knowing who will be moving towards the grand finals, and it is getting closer, and every match is getting us one step closer towards determining who will be moving and qualifying towards the final destination. But again, don't forget that there is a question. What's the first map in PUBG Mobile? Is it Erangel, Miramar, Sandhook, or Rondo? Let's find out if the people, or if you guys know what's the correct answer. And I know that you can Google it and you can find it, but now here we have the player brand trying to fire, and we have some of the knockdowns. Basically, some of the knockdowns, or is it some of the 1 HPs? Here we have Umar using the bike, and look at how the players are trying to use whatever they find. The empty guys are merciless at this moment. Here we have Error knocking down the player Storm. Here we have, look at that, 2 of the players getting knocked down. We have a Mute, Storm getting hunted by the fire of the team empty, and we have Rayyan at this moment alongside the player Umar, who will be the only 2 players standing, and this is where things are getting out of hands. Here we have the 4BD guys. I can see some of the knockdowns. They are having a fight between them and the team 7E. Here goes the team Error. Let's open the map. Let's try to understand the current situation. And here goes Error preparing one of the grenades and one of the gifts, where Umar managed to move at one of the angles, and he is getting hunted by the grenades at this moment. He is 1 HP, and here we have a brand getting knocked down. The grenades are moving the player in one of the critical conditions, and he is 1 HP, and he is not having any chance of surviving this battle, and the player have been eliminated. And at this moment, let's move here to the team 4BD, where the team 7E is, they are basically got hunted. We have Wits, we have the player Muhsin, and we have the players from the team 7E have been eliminated, and this is the team 4BD. Look at that, 2 kills have been done by both of the Ayans. Look at that. It seems that they decided whatever Ayan will the first Ayan will, the amount of the kills that he will get, it will be duplicated for the Ayan 2.0. Basically, we have 2 of the Ayans. So now let's move here to the team in slot number 7, and we are looking at the team ARG, who are located at the same area, and they are basically close by. So let's try to move here. Let's try to understand the current position, where we have the team ARG versus the team WP, and the fight can start at any moment. All it takes to the fire to start is the first bullet. It's the first bullet that will drag the whole team into this situation. And here we have Farouk having one of the angles, using one of the bikes to move and rotate and get closer towards his teammate. Let's move here to the player Imperial, or it seems that the player Farouk is going for the high ground, and he is having the advantage, where they are preparing for the attack, and they are waiting for the green light, the green signal, where they will be engaging into this battle. Let's open the map and let's try to look at what's the current situation here at Erangel, where we are having, it seems that things are getting calm, but sometimes some of the teams will be moving at one of the crossfires. And here we have the first engagement, where Farouk started firing towards the team in slot, started firing towards the team ARG, while his teammates, we have Brainless, we have Jose, who are trying to move in. So let's now move to the player Jose and look at some of the movements, where we have a Brainless getting knocked down at this moment by the player Ahmed, and look at that player. The player Ahmed is almost he is basically almost 1 HP. Let's move here to the player Tabu, looking at the player Farouk, who is who left his position, and he is still going with the bike. And look at the current situation where we have two of the players getting knocked down, and things are getting escalated. We have Mir, we have Sabo getting knocked down, and Ahmed is placed under one of the critical conditions. Look at this movements here. We have Imperial moving inside the building, and they are basically preparing for the grenades, preparing for the last battle. And here we have a solo survival. Mir received the needed help, but again Mir is knocked down once again. And here goes Ahmed officially as a solo player, standing, trying to battle the team where Imperial getting knocked down. Here goes the first player getting knocked down, and look at that. Here goes the player Jose. He managed to stop Ahmed's rage, where he was moving into a direction. He was having the commitment, and he was close of getting the second player getting knocked down. Let's move here to the team HP, where they have engaged into a battle with the team 7 Souls. Here we have Devil, Aspect, Professor, and Leo from the team 7 Souls. And look at that. Rohan getting knocked down at this moment. Here we have Jalad, we have Terminator, we have the player IQ as well. So this battle is taking its own way, while the team HP is trying to handle multiple angles. They are basically trying to handle the team in slot number 16 where Bilal reached. And here we have the team Dwayne moving inside one of the bunkers, and we have Bilal, we have Dwayne, we have 2 of their teammates, and we have Sab. Okay, we have Sab who is located, and they are trying to rain the area with the grenades. And here we have the player IQ from the team HP. He was located inside the bunker, and he sent his threats to the team to one of the teams, and it seems that they decided to back off during this battle. Let's move here to the player Devil. Here we have Leo, who is trying to fight with the team speed. Ramto is receiving some good amount of the damage, and he is almost 1 HP. And now here goes the movement of the player Leo, trying to relocate and reposition himself and to have a better angle, while the team HP is still located. The threat from the team HP is still alive, while the team is getting squeezed in. So it's getting kind of out of control here, where we have the team speed, we have the team HP, and we have the team 7 Souls are getting questioned at this moment. They can be squeezed, but again, we trust the team 7 Souls. We have witnessed some of the insane moments happening within the first day of the semi-finals, so we know what's the capabilities of the team 7 Souls, and we trust what they will be delivering. So now let's move to the player Terminator inside one of the bunker, moving and trying to find the exact loot. And here we have the team ICN moving in. Let's move to the player VXT. We have Narcissist. Okay, he decided to stop, and he decided to engage into this battle. Look at that. Here we have look at that, El Mencho getting knocked down. He have eliminated himself basically. Here we have the player Kami from the team 7Cs getting eliminated, and now we have another team moving in, where we have the player Wolf have been eliminated after one of the cars blasted basically. And now we have the team 7 Souls still remaining, and they are still defending their grounds, while we have multiple threats are passing by, multiple third parties are joining in this battle. Because the lad are trying to hunt for the player's head from the team Runes. He was firing on the player Zeolite. And now let's move here and look at what's the current situation inside the bunker, where we have the player Zeolite managed to eliminate one of the players from the team HP, and now it's down to the player Jalad and Terminate. The player Terminate, and they are looking at the threat, and they are look at that, and look at how the player utilized the vehicle and utilized the bunker. Look at that, the bunker rock, and he managed to fly. And look at that cinematic movement from the team. Look, and now he is proceeding towards one of the players. There is the team MT. The player IQ is receiving some of the welcoming bullets from the team Rons, and Luke is hunting the player. And now we are witnessing the current situation where the player Luke, he wanted to look at the player IQ eye on eye, and here we have Terminator getting knocked down, and it's the right time for the team Rons to enter this bunker where we are looking at this moment Jalad, who is trying to wait for the player Terminant to move closer. And I think he is basically having a chance. He is having a chance if he moved towards the player. But again, things can go out of hands, especially that we have one of the players still waiting at the entrance. And I am not sure if the player Zeolite knows that there is a player located inside the bunker. And it can be a surprise. Here goes Zeolite throwing the smokes, and it seems that they are not taking the bunker as their main position. So now let's move to our original team, who was here from the beginning, which was the team 7 Souls, and they are still remaining in a safe hands, and they are keeping a low profile. So now let's move here to the team ICN, where this team is holding a total of 6 kills. VXT is having 4 kills. Narc is having 1 kill, alongside Harsha is having 1 kill. If we open the map, we are looking at the zone moving in and closing in, and now we will be looking at the placement of the zone. And look how the team RXS are relocated, or they are basically at the center of the zone, and now multiple teams will be forced to move towards the new safe zone. Here goes the player IQ, knocks down the player Jix. Let's move here to the player Error, where we are close to the battle. Luke is getting hunted. Malik is receiving some good amount of the bullets, and now we are looking at the player Malik waiting for the right moment. And here we have the player Luke getting eliminated, and this is the current situation where we have Humble being he is basically standing all alone inside this building, and he managed to knock down 2 of the players. Error and Malik have been eliminated, and he is doing some of the sneaky peeky moves, and we have a third team joining in, and he is going for the confirmation, and he is trying to eliminate the last players remaining, while the backup is coming from the player Zeolite, grabbing the shotgun, moving, repositioning and relocating his angle, and multiple teams can intervene into this battle. Here we have Humble getting knocked down. Zeolite is officially as the last player remaining, and here goes the Molotov, the threat, the real action, and the real battle, while the bullets are non-stop. Here we have Error. He will be eliminated anytime soon, and look at that brand sacrificing his life at this moment, trying to rescue and trying to help the one of his teammates, Humble. It's basically at this moment, it's a horror game. It's one of the critical conditions and the critical moments where Humble is located at the stairs. The team 7, the team S4, they will be joining into this battle, and it will be a hectic situation. Here we have the team slot number 20. The team Rons are playing in one of the critical moments. Let's move here to the player Zeolite. The player Humble received some of the welcoming shots, and here we have the player Brand getting knocked down, and this is the signal where the players from the team MT are getting hunted. IQ getting knocked down, and here we have the last remaining player. Let's move here to the player Error, who is still located, and here we have the team Rons getting eliminated, and now the team S4 are looking for the last player remaining, and it seems that the smoke will be playing one of the critical moments. As I mentioned, this is the horror house. This is one of the matches where we witnessed 3 teams getting close inside this house. So we had the team Rons, the team MT, they were fighting with each other, and here we have Gabi getting eliminated, and now this is where the player Error is causing his error. Basically, he is making sure that one of the players will be eliminated from the team S4. And now the zone is closing in, and we are moving closer and closer towards the final battle. We are at this moment having 10 teams remaining, 31 players alive, and now the third stage is closing in, and we have the team 7 Souls. They are basically close towards the team JAWAN, and this team is still maintaining a low profile. This team is still waiting for the right moment to engage, and they are trying to survive. They are basically trying to survive till the last battle. But again, don't forget, what's the first map in PUBG Mobile? Is it Erangel, Miramar, Sandhook, or Rondo? And I can see 64% have voted that it is Erangel. 36% have voted that it is Rondo. And let me know, what is the first map in PUBG Mobile? Let's find out if the people knows what's the original map, what's the OG map of PUBG Mobile. And this is the current situation. If we open the map, we are looking at Team S4 moving towards the safe zone while they will be encountering one of the teams. We have the team Speed, we have Ryzen. They are basically moving towards the safe zone. Look at how Ryzen is moving to his own death at this moment. He is trying to pass by, he is trying to scout for something, and it seems that he decided to engage where we have Riz is being 1 HP at this moment. And look at that, Choto moving and repositioning his angle, and look at that. One player is trying to disable the team S4 at this moment while the grenade is getting integrated into this battle. Ryzen is getting questioned at this moment, and look at that. We have Choto who is still knocked down. Let's move here to the player Riz. Zyrex is still, he grabbed his vehicle and he is trying to reposition himself. And if we move to the player Ryzen, we are looking at one of the insane moments where we have the FYT guys moving in and joining in into this battle, and they are moving while the player is still, he is basically still remaining. And look at how the things are moving. Everyone is trying to use the vehicles, everyone is trying, and look at that, how they are playing Fast and Furious, how the cars are clashing into each other. And look at that, the players from the team S4 are getting hunted basically by the team FYT, and look at that, it's a matter of time and the vehicle will be blasting. And here we have the player is getting knocked down, moving to the player Zyrex, moving to his own death. He moved to the location where the team RX are located at this area. And look at that, the car is on fire, and this is the bat signal, this is the no, and this is the warning basically for the team Zyrex. One bullet can explode the car, and one bullet, and look at the tires getting exploded, and the player is still committed and he is trying to survive till the last battle. And here we have the team FYT having the player Downfall getting knocked down. Slayer is attacking, and he is basically getting hunted by the team 7 Souls. Professor is trying to knock down one of the players. Aspect getting knocked down, and Devil is trying to rescue the player. And we are back after the short technical pause, and now we are looking at a solo player. He basically survived some of the critical moments. So let's get back here to the player Rayyan, and here we have the players are getting eliminated from the team Rondo. So let's move here back to the team FYT, where they are engaging into the battle. They are basically trying to intervene into the team 7 Souls, the team RXS. We have the team slot number 16, which is the JAWAN team. We have Bilal trying to attack multiple knockdowns. El Chabo getting knocked down, and here we have Bilal, who's having an angle at this moment on the team FYT. Mani Globen, they both are trying to stay alive, while we have the Molotov placed in a position where we have the player aspect. Have eliminated the 3 players with 1 Molotov, and here goes the throwables, and here goes basically the player. He wanted to take his time. He wanted to use a tactical move, and he throwed and placed the Molotov at the right direction. At this moment, we are down to the last 5 teams remaining, and if we're gonna look at this situation, we have 2 solo players, 2 teams having 2 players, and we have the team RXS having 3 players alive, and they are having the advantage at this time. So basically, they are the rivals will be the team in slot number 16, the JAWAN Esports. So let's find out what will be the current situation, especially that we have Fearless. He is moving in a way where he is close by, and he can basically he can be spotted at this moment. They're Fearless. He can play a critical part, and he can get spotted. At this moment, we have some of the flying bullets have caused some of the insane moments here, where we have Rayyan is moving, getting punished by the zone and preparing his grenade, and now he positions his grenade at the team Speed's position, and he is trying to survive, while we have JAWAN knocked down the last 2 players remaining. 7 souls are getting eliminated, and now we are moving to the last 2 teams remaining. It is the team RXS and the team JAWAN who will be securing the chicken dinner. It's a 3v3 situation, and the thing is the zone is moving in, and everyone is trying to grab a portion of the safe zone, while we have El Mancho, we have Goko, we have JAWAN, Fearless. Everyone is trying to do their part, especially when it is the last battle, and we have a 3v3 battle. Let's move here to the team where we have Alauddin at this moment, trying to utilize the vehicle, and everyone is trying to move. And here goes Alauddin moving in one of the critical spots, where he is moving closer towards 3 of the players. Here goes the grenades are non-stop. Alauddin is trying to retaliate, and here we have JAWAN getting knocked down by Alauddin a grenade. And here goes, if I was the player Alauddin and I have another grenade, I will place it where the player JAWAN have been knocked down. And here we have El Mancho moving with his vehicle, moving for the distraction, and he knows that this is a 2v3 situation. JAWAN received the needed help, and here goes the follow-up by another Molotov, and look at that, the Molotov came at a later time, where we have Fearless at this moment being 1 HP, JAWAN trying to retaliate, and things can go out of hand for the team RXS. At this moment, we are looking at El Mancho moving at one of the angles. He is basically moving for the flank, and he is getting hunted. Fearless managed to knock down the player Alauddin, moving in closer, and he is warming up his grenade. And let's wait for the right moment, and let's find if this grenade will spot some of the players from the team JAWAN Esports. And at this moment, the battle continues, and here we have Fearless getting knocked down by Goko's grenade, and here goes a follow-up by another grenade, and it is a 2v2 situation. Here goes Goko, Alauddin positioning themselves inside the safe zone. Bilal getting knocked down. JAWAN will be the last player remaining, and he will be fighting the last battle all alone. It's a 1v2 situation. The Molotov is getting questioned, and here we have the RXS guys securing the chicken dinner. Congratulations for the team RXS securing the chicken dinner, where we have Goku having 3 kills alongside Saad, Alauddin having 1 kill, and Il Mancho having 4 kills. This is a total of 11 kills. In the second position, we have JAWAN Esports, where we have Bilal having 1 kill, Fearless having 3 kills alongside JAWAN. In the third position, we have the team 7 Souls, where we have Professor having 1 kill, Aspect having 3 kills, and he utilized and he used the Molotov at the right timing, at the right moment, where he have eliminated 3 kills within. It's like he have eliminated 3 birds with 1 rock, basically. In the fourth position, we have the team RNF, where we have the player Rayyan having 1 kill. In the fifth position, we have the team Speed, and this is the end of the second map, and we will be here for more and more of the action during the third map, which is Miramar. So again, this is the Dark Cube Ramadan League Season 5, brought to you by QEC, and this is the semi-finals, the third day of the semi-finals, and we are moving closer and closer towards the end of the semi-finals, and all it takes is one match, and we will be concluding the semi-finals of the Ramadan League. So stay tuned, grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and don't forget, what's the first map in PUBG Mobile? Let's see if you know the answer. Select, is it Erangel, is it Miramar, is it Sandhawk, or is it Rondo? And we will be right back for more and more of the action. and we are back once again with the last match of the day, and we are already having some of the players getting knocked down. So let's move here to the team in slot number 20 and look at the current situation where we have Luke already getting knocked down, and this is the last map at the semi-finals, where this is Miramar, the land of the hills, the mountains, the long distance battles, where we have the ICN guys lost one of their team members, which is the VXT, and this is the Dark Cube Ramadan League season 5, brought to you by QECN. Here we have Humble knocking down the player Luke once again, and here we have the player Jixie, who is firing, trying to knock down, and two players getting knocked down at this moment from the team ICN. We have Wolf, we have Harsha trying to survive their life, and look at the current situation where we have Narcist. He is basically trying to move in, and Humble, the man of one of the buildings, and he is basically jumping at the player, and look at that, he is going for the kills, and this player is having a total of 3 kills. Luke managed to get 1 kill. Let's move here to the team BL, where we have Pargon getting knocked down. We have Failure, who is firing at this moment, where we have the 7 souls are getting into a battle with the team BL. We have Devil, who was a knockdown Professor, getting into a battle, and Failure alongside the player Professor moving with some of the signals, and I think the player, he picked one of the plates, giving a signal for the player Professor. Let's play it as a pan battle between 2 of the players, and the player have been eliminated, and now we have Simple, who received the needed help, and this is the current situation where we have a 3v3 situation where and I think their position where no third parties will be included at this battle, at least for now, where we have the WP guys, we have the RXS guys. They are basically close by, and they can intervene into this battle. At this moment, things are moving in a good direction. The zone is closing in, forcing more and more of the teams to move closer towards the safe zone, and here we have some of the clashes where we have Aspect engaged into one of the players, where he is expecting the player Simple to be knocked down. I can see the player, one of the players from the team 4BD have been eliminated, and now things are still stable within the rest of the matches. So let's move here to the player Jalad, where we have another angle where we have the team Speed managed to knock down one of the players from the team HP, and this is another destination, another place where we have Luke have been eliminated by a full damage. Again, here we have Jose getting knocked down by the player King. Jalad is getting questioned at this moment, and here we have the player, look at that, Mudathir. Okay, the player Mudathir, he managed to give to cause some good amount of the damage, but again, I don't see any of the players receiving any kills, so it seems that Jalad is still alive, and the player IQ, the player IQ moving in with his pickup, joining into this battle, and now this player he is basically sneaky peeky. He is sneaky peeky, and here we have Hemto at this moment waiting for the right moment to engage in this battle, and he is looking at the player IQ, moving left and right, left and right. Here goes throwing one of the grenades, and we have Mudathir, we have Rayyan. It's a triangle formula where we have the bullets will be raining from the sky. We have Ryzen and Mudathir to close in, and this is the current situation where we have the player Terminant. He is basically waiting for the player Mudathir, and this is the right moment where look at that, the player getting eliminated at this moment. He have been knocked down, and this is the signal of the battle where we have the player King, the player Kingo. He managed to knock down the player Hemto, getting knocked down, and we are down to the last player standing here at this moment, which is Ryzen. He knows that this is the end of the situation where we have Jalad is trying to close in, and here goes moving left to right, moving, shifting it to a staircase battle, and here we have the last player getting eliminated by Jalad, and Jalad, he wanted to make sure that this battle will end for all. At this moment, we are looking at multiple destinations where we have a player, the player getting knocked down. Mimi Bot, he just fell on top of from one of the mountains, and we can see how high the mountains are here at Miramar, where the mountains, the hills, the long distance bullets will be traveling here at Miramar. And again, if you don't have a vehicle and the zone will be moving far away and it will be closing in, it will be one of the critical moments where the teams will be struggling and they will have to move or travel for a long distance. At this moment, we are looking at the player Happy Face from the team DT having a smoky pickup at this moment. Look at the tires. Look at how huge are the tires, and it is a matter of time. And if I was the player, I would leave the car because it is dangerous at this moment. It can explode at any moment. And here we have the car. It was almost flipping. It was basically almost flipping, and this is the current situation where the player is waiting. It's only one bullet for the vehicle to explode. Here we have another destination, another attack happening where we have the S4 guys having two of their teammates have been knocked down. Let's move here to the player Tuto alongside Tabi, receiving some of the bullets from the team RNF. And here we have Umair is praying and spraying. Mute is having one kill. Rayyan alongside with Viper enter their vehicle, and it seems that they will be disabling the vehicle. And look at how the player Tabi is almost 1 XP. Here goes the player getting knocked down. Tuta is getting pressured and questioned at this moment, and let's find out if the player will remain alive, especially that we have Viper is trying to close in within the grounds. And here we have the player Choto using one of the grenades and using the smokes to blind the attacks coming from the player Amir. Viper is closing in and moving to an angle. They are trying to surround the player, and here we have Viper eliminating the last player remaining from the team S4. And this is one of the battles where the zone already closed in. We have the runes where we have Humble have been knocked down. The empty guys are clashing into a battle with the team runes, where we have IQ trying to climb one of the mountains. Luke is waiting for the right moment, and he received some good amount of the damage from the player Brand. And this is where we talked about the long distance, while the players are using a strategy where they are having two of the players are trying to go for the long distance bullets. They are trying to distract the player, while two of their members will be trying to move closer. Or sometimes it can be the distraction where we saw Error alongside Malik. Each of them are having a vehicle, and each one of them went to a different direction. And here goes the bullets are flying, and we saw the player Luke. He was missing basically two of the bullets, and he would have been knocked down. If we open the map, we are looking at the current situation. The empty guys are taking around, trying to move towards the safe zone, while they are trying to apply the pressure. The zone will be closing in less than 2 seconds, and the players from the team Runes will be getting punished by the zone if they did not rotate. And here we have Error placing his vehicle, and here goes the first signal where Luke, he spotted the empty guys rotation. He spotted the rotation, and now he gave the signal, and he informed his teammates that this is the current move where the empty guys are trying to play a game. They are basically trying to play one of the critical games. Let's move here back to the team BL, where we are still expecting the team to engage into one of the battles with the team 7 Souls. They are forced to move in by the zone. they can get hunted by multiple teams. We have the FYT guys, we have the Seven Souls. Two of their members, Aspect, Devil, are still located. Mani, who is still trying to engage into a battle with the player Simple. They are having a one-on-one session at this moment and waiting for the right moment to engage. So here goes Mani, trying to reposition and trying to move closer towards the safe zone, while the player Simple is still located at his position. It seems that Mani will be moving in closer and closer, and here goes the noise. The Team 7 Soul can hear the noise of the bullets, and they know that there is a battle happening there. Here we have the player Mani waiting for the right moment, waiting to understand and relocate what's happening within beyond the area that he is located at, and he was almost spotting the player Pargon, where he is trying to hunt for the player Slayer alongside the Globen. So Pargon at this moment, he can fall into the crosshair of the player. Basically, here we have Downfall, here we have Slayer. Mani is trying to move in, so let's open the map. Let's try to understand the current situation. The 4BD guys might clash with the team WP, but at this moment everything is under control. There is no any players getting knocked down, so let's try to move here to the team Runes and have a glimpse of the current situation, especially that the HP guys are still located and they are trying to move in. Here goes the player Zeolite firing on the car, trying to disable the vehicles, while the counter attack from the team HP, and it seems that they repositioned themselves into a good position. Here goes Jixi getting knocked down by the player King. Humble already have been eliminated. Now they are down to the last two players remaining, and now if we open the map, we can witness some of the knockdowns happening here from the team 4BD. Hadi have been knocked down, and the car being blasted. Mani knocked down the player. IQ Saad have been eliminated, and now we are witnessing some of the insane moments. Let's move here to the player Hadi, where he is getting cushioned at this moment. Hadi getting knocked down by the player Mute. Here goes Viper exchanging of the bullets. He is basically having one of the angles, but again we are having multiple angles where Jalad have been eliminated. So it was Jalad. Yeah, Jalad was knocked down, and now we are down to the player Terminant, who have been knocked down by Zeolite, Granite, and here we have a team being eliminated. We have Goku, Alauddin, where they are trying to save Saad, and El Mancho. Farouk is causing a really good amount of the damage. And if we open the map, we are still relocating multiple angles where we have the 7C guys, we have ABD being knocked down. The MT guys are trying to hunt for the players, while we have a Brand on the other hand. He is having a grenade. Basically he's having one grenade, two Molotovs and two smokes. Let's see how this player will be utilizing it within this battle. Here goes firing. Multiple teams can join in this battle. Here we have Henry. Here we have Henry in the ground. Basically they have lost the player AB, and Malik is getting spotted under the crosshair of the player NKD, and he is looking at the right direction. He is waiting, and Malik have been knocked down, and it was one of the moments where he is basically having a barrier, but he have been knocked down by his foot. Another critical moment where we have the players that are getting hunted. Malik have been eliminated, and if we zoom out, we can look at the current situation where we have a player getting knocked down from the team slot number 20, and we have Luke getting eliminated. Luke getting eliminated at this moment. Let's move here to the player Henry. We have Henry, who is close by the player Brand, and this is the current situation where Henry have been spotted moving to one of the buildings, and now it is the horror game. The player Brand grabs a shotgun, waiting for the right moment, while the bullets are non-stop from multiple angles. Where we have the team slot number 7, where Brainless is trying to hunt for the player. But again, what's the first map in PUBG Mobile? What's the first map in PUBG Mobile? Is it Erangel? Is it Miramar? Is it Sandhook? Or is it Rondo? Let's see. Let's see the end of this live stream. What's the current rate? Especially that we have 56% have voted that it is Erangel. 39% voted that it is Rondo. And the situation is still getting cooking, basically. Brand is waiting for the right moment. Error is close by, and Il Mancho already caused some of the knockdowns. And if we move here, Farouk, who have been knocked down from the team, WP, Error have been knocked down. The BL guys already caused some of the damage, and now we have the Rones guys have left the grounds. Let's move here to the team 7Cs, where Henry have been knocked down, and the bullets are non-stop from the player Error, saying that leave the last one of the last players remaining. His teammate is still alive, and if he managed to rescue the last the player who is knocked down, he will be having a bit more chance in surviving the last battle. And he knows how it is critical to have a teammate within the last battle. Here goes Error moving in, and it seems that he will be sacrificing his teammate. He's having a chance, basically, but he is throwing the smoke, and he is trying to prepare the grounds. And I am not sure what's the delay for. What's the delay for? And here goes the player Error moving, trying to help and rescue the player Branded, because he knows that this is the right move. This is the right way. But again, we have the zone shrinking. The zone is pushing more and more of the teams to move in, and we have some of the attacks happening where we have the 4BD guys have been eliminated. Let's move here to the team WP, where we have Imperial at this moment waiting at one of the moments, and he is he can locate the movement of the team. And if look at that, Amir moving in, and here goes the first player getting knocked down, grabbing the grenade, and Imperial is getting questioned under one of the critical moments. And look at that, the player Imperial was knocked down, and this is where the grenades are playing a critical point. Here goes Brainless engaging into the battle. Jose getting knocked down. We have Farouk, who is trying to go for the long distance battles, and now he is the last player standing at this moment from the team WP. There is the TT guys who are close by the area. They can hear the bullets, they can hear the engagement, and they can witness the current map. We have the team in slot number 16, JAWAN Esports. They are as well close by, and they can hear the fire, the bullets, basically. Let's open the map. Let's try to see the 7C guys have been eliminated. We have Alauddin, who have been eliminated as well. So let's move back to the player Farouk, where things are escalating in multiple angles. Farouk is almost 1 HP. And here goes the player. He's basically trying to rescue his teammate. But again, it is an open area. He is trying to move in, and it can be mute utilizing the grenade, and he wanted to stop the team WP from being still alive at the last zone. Here goes the team FYT trying to engage into one of the battles, especially that they have lost money at one of the cars being exploded. So let's move here and try to have a glimpse of the current situation. Here we have the DT guys are trying to engage into a battle where King is firing on the player Slayer, where he is at the current moment. He is basically almost 1 HP. So let's move here and let's try to grab a glimpse of the current situation. Phantom alongside Happy Face, they managed to knock down the player Slayer, and now the team FYT are being hunted one by one. The DT guys are taking a cover under one of the bridges, and they will be having the advantage. They have lost two of their teammates have been knocked down. Spectre being confirmed at this moment, and we have JAWAN Esports who are trying to they are basically trying to adapt to the current situation. We have two of the knockdowns from the team RNF. We have Amir alongside Viper. Rayan is still alive, and they are trying to cover up the area. Let's move here to the team 7 Souls, where they are having the last 2 members remaining, and they are getting questioned by the team FYT. The DT Happy Face managed to knock down the player Amir, and it seems that the situation is getting escalating. Let's move here. They are basically taking a cover below one of the bridges, and this is the current movement where the teams will be forced to move in. Here goes Viper receiving some of the shots. Globen being 1 HP, and this is the last 5 teams remaining, where we have a Mute getting knocked down by the player Phantom. Things are getting out of hands, and we are down to the last 12 teams remaining, 12 players remaining. It's a 2v4 situation, and the DT guys are having 2 remaining players. So 4 teams having 2 players, and the team JAWAN Esports having a complete squad. So they will be having 2 extra players, where they are getting cushioned at this moment by the team 7 Soldiers. Zone will be closing in. Bilal getting knocked down, and oh ho ho, here goes Devil getting eliminated, and oh ho ho, look at that. The player Seb, he managed to stop the raid of the team 7 Souls, and here we have Rayan knocking down one of the players have been eliminated as well from the team JAWAN Esports, and now we are down to the last 4 teams remaining, and it is getting more and more closer, where we have Fearless, we have JAWAN. It's a 2v2 situation. Let's move here to the team FYT, where we have player Downfall. He was having an angle. We have a player who have been knocked down at this moment. So it is getting more and more intense. We have the player DT Smiley Face getting knocked down, and here goes Rayan trying to close in, trying to utilize the grenades, trying to reduce the risk of getting eliminated. And here we have the player Globen knocks down the player Phantom and confirms one of the players from the team DT, and this is where we have the first solo player. The first official solo player is the Happy Face JAWAN getting knocked down by the player Downfall, and here goes the player Globen still waiting, and he knows that there is another player remaining from the team DT. Let's move here, where Viper finishes the team JAWAN Esports, and now we are down to the last 3 teams remaining, and this is the current situation where we have Downfall getting knocked down, and this is where the players are getting questioned. Rayan is throwing the grenades non-stop, and where we have the DT Smiley Face at this moment trying to engage, trying to move, but again he is risking it out, where he is the last player standing at this moment from the team DT. It's a 1v2 situation, and here goes the grenade from the player Viper, securing the chicken dinner for the team RNF. This is an amazing performance. This is an amazing action that we have witnessed. We have Amir having 1 kill. We have Mute having 5 kills alongside the player Viper. And we have Rayan having 8 kills. This is a total of 19 kills for the team RNF. In the 3rd position, where we have the team DT, we had Phantom, and we had the Happy Face, where they were trying to fight the last one of the last battles. They were basically during the top 5 teams, and we have Phantom having 3 kills. In the 3rd position, we have the team FYT, where we have the Slayer, Downfall having 3 kills, Globen having 4 kills, and Mani having 1 kill. And we witnessed how the car blasted, and it ruined the chances of the player Mani in backing up the team FYT. In the 4th position, we have JAWAN Esports, where we have Fearless having 1 kill, JAWAN alongside with Sab having 2 kills. In the fifth position, we have the team Seven Souls, where we have a Devil having 1 kill, and Aspect is having a 1 kill. So thank you everyone who tuned in into the live stream, and this is the last day of the semifinals here at the Dark Cube Ramadan League Season 5, brought to you by QEC. And this is where we have captured the action, we have captured the moments where we are officially moved to the grand finals, and we will be seeing you inshallah tomorrow with more and more of the action and highlighting the season 5 of finals of the Ramadan League. So stay tuned, be prepared, and this is Smartgama signing out for now. And before I go, what's the first map in PUBG Mobile? What's the OG map in PUBG Mobile? And here we have our votes, where we have 58% voted that it is Erangel, 37% voted that it is Rondo, and 5% of you guys voted that it is Sandhawk. And the right answer for sure, it is Erangel. So good night, and this is Smartgama signing out for now.